Tyler McCoy. I am the son of Mike McCoy, who is the co-founder of St Jude Runs. He's also drive and ride. St Jude has been in our family since I think I was 3 years old when my dad, Gene Pratt, started the St Jude Run. So I've grown up around the St Jude organization my whole life. So we have in our, let's say our caravan, we have two groups. We have 4 officers, 2 from Peoria County and 2 from Washington Police Department. We've been lucky enough I'm gonna give a shout out to Benton and West City Police Departments. I hope they see this because they did an excellent job of getting us in and out of their city and letting us providing officers for us so we could have lunch and do that, and they did a wonderful job. So as officers along the way, you'll see when we get to Arkansas, you'll see some other law enforcement there that as a law enforcement officer, I think people tend to see the hardness of it, but I think there's more compassion in a lot of law enforcement officers than you see anywhere else. We're humans, we have families, we got big hearts, and I would say that's about 90% of the reason why cops choose our profession. Right there is the hearts. Got big hearts.
How long have you been a police officer?
18 and a half years I've been in law enforcement. I started off in corrections. I was in the Marine Corps. Got out of the Marine Corps. I started corrections under Sheriff Schofield, and then I got promoted to deputy. And so I've been at the Peoria County Sheriff's Office for 18 and a half years.
Yeah.
Leading the drive, I think I've done it 5 or 6 times now. I've done it several times now. It's always an adventure, always a new road. St. Jude's part of our family. My first time I did the St. Jude Memphis Peoria run, I was home on leave from the Marine Corps, and that was the first time me and my dad ran the St. Jude run together. I've helped several events, and then when you have your own kids, you start realizing more and more the importance of St. Jude and what they do at St. Jude. And having kids, I think, has brought me and my wife even closer to St. Jude than it was before. You learn that even on your worst day, it's not as bad as somebody else's. I've been through there's so many events, and you see parents and their kids up there, and they're talking about what they've had to go through and traumatic experiences, and just how well St. Jude takes care of those kids at no cost. And when you realize that, especially this day and age, and when you say no cost to a family to have their kids find a cure for a disease their kids have, that puts a lot of things in perspective of what a great organization and a way to devote not only time, money, whatever resource you have to help that organization help not only kids from Peoria, Memphis, around the world. The resources and the medicine and the free science they provide for around the world it's amazing.
So being a police officer, your dad must have had some impact in your life, though.
My dad has probably been the most influential person in my life, yes. I'm lucky to be in the position I am right now. I'm a captain of the Peoria County Sheriff's Office. I'm leading 70 Corvettes on a drive to Memphis, Tennessee to help kids with cancer. I'm 41 years old. I have 5 children and a beautiful wife, and I'm able to do that because God has allowed us to do that, right? And with the leadership of my dad, and I've been able to see what he's done for the last 41 years in these kind of events. So to be in front of the pack and leading the pack, I give all that credit to him because I have the confidence to do it. because I've seen him do it so well in so many ways for so many years. So it all comes back around to him. I mean, you said earlier before we went on tape, so legacy. I don't know if I want to say legacy, but if you could inspire to be a guy like Mike McCoy, it's pretty good inspiration.
It is. So you probably got a lot of memories and stories from doing the St. Jude run, or can you share any of those with us? Come to your mind?
As most blue team runners know, of a place called Stink Hill, and I have to be about a 19-year-old Marine, I'm gonna say pretty good in shape guy, and I'd always heard about Stink Hill growing up and how it's a hill that you run up and it stinks. There's a factory there, it's called Stink Hill, and so we get out and it came to be that time, and I said, "All right, Pops, let's go." And the look that I got from my dad was rather, it was a pretty funny look. I'm not running that hill. I've ran that hill too many times. I said, "Well, you gotta say, at least you did it one time with your son." And we ran Stink Hill together. It was stinky. But it was a good time. It's a lot of people don't get to experience especially running. When you run, when you put in miles of somebody hitting the pavement, I think anytime, I'm not saying person, but anytime you're going through a challenge or something, you have that person beside you, and you're talking each other through it, or you're sweating together, and you're talking, and you're reminiscing, and all of a sudden, hey, there's 50 people up there cheering for us coming in as we made this run around the hill at 3 a.m. You know, St. Jude's there's a lot of stories. I think that is one that I remember. Stink Hill is one that just pops into my head. My dad inspires a lot of people to want to do more. Of course, he inspires me to do more, yeah. And not just for St. Jude, as a man, as a husband, as a father. I think that is what we all inspire. That's what I inspire for. I hope I inspire for my children, is to do better than I did, or help the world be a better place. I know it sounds kind of corny, but that's why we're doing this. That's why we do everything we do. We're here to make this world a better place. And has my dad inspired me to do that? I think he has. It's an investment. And when I say investment, I say you're invested in our future. You're invested in children. You're invested in our community. This organization is, if you look back and see how many people it's helped, obviously they're making so many advanced studies and researches and that goes on at St. Jude. I think if you look at it and you see what St. Jude does, and they don't take a dime, that's pretty amazing. So they get our family, our big family, our little family. We try to give as much as we can, because you never know what God has in stores for it. And we want to try to help as much as we can. You won't lose by giving to St. Jude. It's only going to help the kids more. We've all seen the telethons. You've seen especially in Central Illinois, one of the biggest contributors for St. Jude. It's impressive. Central Illinois should be proud of what they do for the kids. Keep it up. Let's get some more people to contribute. I don't care if it's time, resources, money, but the more we do, the more we can invest in our future.